If you want to sketch motion text, you can use the text tool to create some text on the screen that you can trace around. So I'll click the text tool, draw out a little box. Now on the right here, there's a little text characteristics tool. I'm going to open that. I have mine set for Arial as a default font. Size is 144, which is big, but that works pretty well here. And you can also pick normal or bold or whatever. I just keep mine normal because I'm trying to draw small lines. I'll close this. Also up top here, you've got some choices. I've decided to have mine aligned centered, but you have all the choices here. Also, there's spacing between lines you can adjust, and I've made an adjustment to spacing between letters. I've added some extra pixels that makes them look a little further apart. I think it looks nicer. It's easier to draw. Now, with this blinking inside the text box, I'm going to type something. And we'll just work with this guy for a while. I'm going to pick my selection tool. And I can, realign this guy by dragging him out, maybe make him a little lot wider until I get the general look that I want. If you shape him here, it's easier to get the look you want when you import this sketch motion call out into Camtasia Studio. Now to proceed, go ahead and pick your drawing tool and carefully start tracing around these letters. My technique is to try to keep to the outside as much as possible. And if you're having trouble, you can actually make this screen resolution a little larger using the zoom in the lower right hand corner. But I'm just basically tracing my letters. Now I'm going to tell you that sometimes, no matter how careful you are, when you look at this in Camtasia Studio, it'll be broken. That'll say you might be missing some letters. You just have to do it over again. I don't think Inkscape is perfect. It sometimes creates bad drawings, but you just have to cope with that. It's a free program. But you see what I'm doing? I'm just basically outlining this. Little I there. Do my N. And we'll do the G here. And the line. And the hook. We're finished. I'm going to go to File, Save As, pick my template, Save, Replace. Back in Camtasia Studio 7, start a dummy project. Put my playhead somewhere here and grab my template and add it to the timeline. And you can see that we got it. And in this example, the T is not right. There's something missing there. So when that's the case, I'm going to select that, delete it. We'll go back to Inkscape, my selection tool. I'm going to move that out of the way, delete that. I don't need that anymore. And again, with the selection tool, I'm going to try to draw a selection around the T, delete it, and I'll redraw it with the draw tool. Now by doing it this way, I'll get a T back usually, but it's going to draw out of order. So you can keep that in mind. You really should enter the text in the order you want to see them show up. So let me go ahead and File, Save As again, Save, Replace, Camtasia Studio 7, Library, add it to the timeline. This time we got it, so I'm going to drag him out. Oh, the end doesn't look good, so now I got to fix the end. Okay, life's not easy. Delete that. Go back to Inkscape. Selection tool. Let's select, delete the end, and I'll redraw him. I don't know why this happens, but it does. Probably my technique. I'm not a very good drawer. File, Save As, Save, Replace, Back in Camtasia Studio 7, at the Library tab, right-click, add it. And that looks pretty good now. I think we can work with that. So we'll drag him out and drag him out. And so now we've created another sketch motion call out from text using a trace over technique. I'm going to make him green. And I honestly think these things look better with a little thickness. 10 works pretty well. You can experiment with that, but just don't forget that if you want to keep this around, right click on it and add it back to library. And I'm going to call it something. Sketch motion dash something. Enter key. Another option you have is you can import an image into Inkscape. And I'll bring in a image of Mickey Mouse. I'm going to choose the link because I don't care if it's in my SVG or not. And you can put him on your drawing board, trace over him, and when you're finished, and let me delete this so it's out of the way, I've already done this, you'll end up with a nice outline sketch of Mickey Mouse. I've already put that sketch motion call out into Camtasia Studio 7. I haven't exported it to 8 yet, but with it on the timeline, this is what it looks like. You can have a lot of fun with this. Another fun thing you can do is to trace routes over images of maps. I've imported this little map into Inkscape. I'm just going to say I go this way, I hit the highway, and I follow the highway right on down to this bridge complex. I'm going to save that. I've already imported the image into Camtasia Studio 7. Here's our template sketch motion call out. I'll put it on the timeline. And I just need to make some adjustments here. I think I started right there. And I can move the grab handles till I get to my intersection points. I may have to tweak this over just a little bit. But the fun thing is that when you play this back, you can see yourself trace a route across a map. This is really handy when you're doing travelogues.